everyone, welcome back to the channel. My name is Joycey and this is Evolve with Joycey. Like I always say, on this channel we talk about everything that makes us better versions of ourselves. And so if that sounds like content you'd be excited to be consuming every now and then, consider subscribing to the channel and hit the little bell beside the subscribe button so that you get notified every time I post a video. Now, I'm super excited today because of the topic we're about to discuss, because it's one of the things that has helped build my character and my personality. And I'm excited to share it with you all. Remember in my How to Evolve video, I mentioned that you should get a mentor. Yeah, today we're going to talk about mentorship, my personal experience in mentorship or as a mentee, right? But before then, I have some exciting news I want to share with you all. I know that I haven't done a get to know me video, whatnot, and so you don't know that I have a business, but yes, please, I have a business, a food business. I cook actually, and we turned 1 year last month, and this is the first time we've ever had our own branded bag. I am very excited about this, and I'm so grateful to God for this. It just means expansion in the business for me, and I'm excited about it. In due time, when I think that a get to know me video is necessary, I will surely do a Q&A, and then you get to ask me questions. No, I actually will answer all the questions that you would be interested in. And so yeah, now that we have gotten that out of the way, let's start by answering what mentorship is. So mentorship is simply influence, guidance, and direction given by a mentor. Now, who is a mentor? A mentor is simply a trusted guide or tutor. Simple. So trusted because there are different industries and different things that people like to be mentored in, right? So for instance, if you want someone to mentor you in the field of oil and gas, then the person should be trusted in the field. As simple as that. And honestly, today I do not have a strict point to point for you, because it's more like a story time, my personal experiences as a mentee and all of those good stuff. But based on the reactions I get from this video, I may do a part 2 or even a series on mentorship so that it can help all of us out there. Now, when I got a mentor, I was as young as 17 years old. I had just completed senior high school. Those of us in Ghana, senior high school, yeah, you understand what senior high school is. And so yeah, just before the video ends, I will read out certain statistics that I read on the internet, right, for you to know what research says about mentorship and all of those good stuff. So I was 17 years when I first had a mentor, and to be honest, there was no name tag on the relationship that, oh, I'm here to mentor you, I have come from here, and all of those stuff. None of that. But I remember that I was a mess. If I say I was a mess, I really didn't know how to make decisions, long-term decisions about my life, about even the courses to read in the university, and how to behave with people, like all those basic things, all those things that made someone whole, right? And I thank God so much for my mentor, because the timing was just right, was just perfect. So I believe that there's a time that you need a mentor. Our parents are mentors until a certain time, a certain age group or something like that. And I want to also put out there that those of us who are strongly against mentorship, I know that there are certain people who really don't see the need but are open-minded about the whole mentorship thing. But there are some people too who are like, no, it's a no, it's not important, it's irrelevant, and all of those stuff, without experiences. You know, there are certain people too who are against it because they've had personal experiences, and unfortunately these experiences were bad ones. So I'd like to say that whether or not you have a mentor, someone is mentoring you. You are unconsciously learning from someone. And in my own opinion, I think it would be great if you picked out one person and deliberately said that I will learn under this person. And that's all mentorship is about. And it comes in different forms and shapes. Like I said in the previous video about how to evolve, I'm not referring to internet. I like this person who is on the internet, but I have never seen and may never see, but he's my mentor kind of thing. That's not what I mean at all. I mean physical, hands-on relationship, mentorship relationship between the mentor and the mentee. That's what I mean. That's what I had and have. That's the experience that I have. So at 17, I met this man in my church. He was actually brought to pastor my church for a period. I had just joined the church, honestly. There was someone in my area, not in my area, in my house. I used to live in a compound house. Those in Ghana, again, you understand what a compound house is. So like a typical compound house. So because I was done with school and I wasn't really doing anything, on Sundays this lady would just invite me to church and all of that, and I could sing by the grace of God. So I joined the choir, and so it was announced in the church that a new pastor was coming to assist the pastor who was there and all of that. So this pastor comes, and after weeks and months, this pastor says, oh, I should be handling his water. So I was the one who would take care of his water, and then he made me his minstrel, so I would sing before he preaches and all of that good stuff. But what I realized was that I was very uncomfortable around this man. In my mind, I thought that this man was asking for too much. Like, why does he want everything done in a certain way? And why can he not just ignore things? Sometimes I remember there was this song that I led, My Redeemer Lives, right? Oh Lord knows how I did that song bad. So after the administration, after struggling to end that song, he called me aside and he said, Joyce, today you were struggling to end the song. Your assignment is to go and learn the song back to back to back from beginning to end, the same way the person sang it, and you are doing it next week. I'm sure you can guess how my week was. I was listening to this song every morning, every evening, because it was embarrassing for me. I don't like to be scolded. I don't think anyone does, but when I'm scolded, I feel bad. So in order to prevent it and to not have any issues with this man that had come, I thought, you know what, let me learn it. I learn it and I do it again, and still not perfect yet. And that was how it started. Now this man started asking me about my life, asking me if I wanted to continue school, what course I was going to read, and I was blank. Because, to be honest, at that time there were no available funds for university. Even though because of friends back in school and all of that, I had dreams. I thought, oh, I'd go to a journalism school and become a journalist. I'm so sorry, but now that I'm remembering that I actually wanted to be a journalist, it is funny because right now I don't know where that dream is gone to. But yeah, so this man was talking to me and I was realizing that I actually do not have anything planned out. And no, he wasn't making me feel like that. He was genuinely just asking me what the way forward was now that I had completed senior high school, and I realized that I didn't have anything in mind. So like I said in the beginning, this wasn't a a strict, hey, I'm here to mentor you, bring your name, let's fill this form, sign this contract. None of that happened. But as these conversations kept going on, he introduced me to his family. He was married with children, with a child at the time. He introduced me to his family, so I used to go to his house, and then I'll spend time with his wife, and then we'll be chatting, and I was just seeing the way. So my approach, how I was trained, was closeness. So he would just bring me around to where he mostly was, and I'll just see how he related to people, how he spoke to people, how he spoke to his clients, how he spoke to his, and he is a businessman, so how he related with people, how he, like, I was just watching and I was just watching and I was just watching, and there were certain things that he actively talked to me about. He taught me how to be confident. So like I said in that video, after some time he would send me to a group of people, I'll talk to them, and I didn't have even up to 10% confidence. Now there are people who, when they meet me, they go like, oh, you're very confident, you're very outspoken, you're very vocal. This is the secret. I wasn't vocal, I wasn't confident at all. Even now I don't see myself to be that confident, but I can ascribe I can ascribe this confidence that you see, that the people who meet me see, to this whole process of being mentored, because this man put a certain trust in me that, no, Joyce, you can do it. I remember one time, I don't remember exactly what I was going through, but I was telling him how down I was feeling, and because I wasn't going to school yet, I stayed home for a year. I didn't know how my life was going to turn out, and I was sad and all of that. And one message he sent me that I will never forget was that he told me that, Joyce, when I see you, I see a great woman. Your future is so bright, you may need sunglasses to look at it. And that message registered in my heart. And I think that after that day, I started calling myself great. And so I believe that I will be great. I am great already. It is yet to manifest for the world to see. And so I know that you can tell yourself that you are great, and anyone else can tell you, but I got that from my mentor. And thinking back to that time, I don't know who would have told me that. And I don't know how much of my self-confidence would have been beaten down if I had not heard that thing the time I heard it. That is why mentorship is important. And by the grace of God, because of conversations and talks and all of those stuff, I got to know the course I wanted to read in school. I went to school and I did well. That's my academics. Then I became better at relating to people. He taught me how to respect people. I remember one time he invited me to come to his house. He was actually traveling, but he said I should come to the house. When he calls me to come to his place, there's no schedule most of the times. Mostly just come to my place, come to the house by 9 a.m. And yeah. And I remember getting to the house at 9:30. And when I got to when I entered the house, when I entered his area and I got to the gate, he was outside packing stuff into the car, right? And I was startled because I thought, oh yeah, he said he was traveling. And I got there and I greeted, good morning, and he looks at me and he responds. And I didn't know whether to enter the house because the person you're coming to see is outside packing things into the car, and he's told you he's traveling, so you're like, oh, is he going now? Is he, And I was torn between entering the house and staying there, and it wasn't funny at all. So when he finished packing, he sat in the car and asked me to join him, and that he was going out, and so we could have the conversation in the car. Now when we're going, he told me one thing, that the best way to show someone that you respect them is by respecting their time. Because when someone gives you time to spend time with them or to be with them, they are actually literally giving you a part of their lives. So if you cannot make it, the next best way to show them that you actually respect their time, and as a matter of fact their life, is to let them know beforehand that you cannot make it at that set time. and I was literally in tears. Like, it's not like he scolded me. No. He doesn't shout. Not at all. It was just a silent drive from his house to a few meters. And then he just said that. Joy, the best way to show someone that you respect them is to respect their time. And I remember I was so sad. I was tearing up. I was like, I'm sorry, I couldn't. And I was explaining all the reasons why I was late, and it was genuine. But he said that you could have told me. You could have told me when you realized that you could not make it at 9. You could have just texted me that, oh, because of this and that and that and that, I won't be able to come at 9, and then we'll reschedule. And that thing has stuck with me. I am not the best person to be on time, but if I have access to the person who's expecting me, I try as much as possible to let them know that I won't be able to come at the time that we agreed. And it is just what to do. And no one else has told me that. Well, I don't know, have I heard it anywhere else? Because that's the first place I heard it. It's registered inside me. Of course, yes, I've heard it afterwards, but that was the first place I heard that. And so when I'm late for a place and I have access to the person, I will send a message. I'll send a message that, you know what, I'm so sorry, I can't make it, because I'm thinking that this person is literally giving me parts of their life. And where did I learn this? As a mentee under mentorship. So mentorship will do you a lot of good, trust me. Mentorship will build your confidence, because if you get a great mentor, the person will always be uplifting you, and then you will feel the confidence to uplift yourself. Because sometimes, because of background, like where we grow up, our environment, some people have been put down so much that even when they tell themselves how great they are, they do not believe it, because the narrative surrounding their upbringings tells a different story, or told a different story. So mentorship is important. Another thing that my mentor taught me is to not be money centered. Now hold on. The way he trained me, I do not. Okay, let me say this. If you call me to do something for you, my next response is not to ask how much you're paying me, no matter what it is. My next response, right after you've asked me to do something for you, is not how much you pay me. It is rather how well I can do this thing so that you pay me so well. So the money factor is not completely scrapped off, but it is not the first thing you show to the person's face, because people don't trust people whose next question is, how much are you paying me? I mean, you can argue with me in the comments, we all have opinions, but I strongly believe that nobody likes such a person. For instance, you call someone to what's the best example to give? Okay, so let me use this example. I do voiceovers, right? If you send me a message that, just can you do a voice for me? My next question will not be, how much will you pay me? No. Immediately I send that, the person begins to have second thoughts about my profession and everything altogether. It's a complete turn off. And my mentor taught me that. So when you ask me to do something for you, even if it's for business, my next question is not about the money. And this principle has helped me so much. For all you know, I'm going to charge you so much for this thing you're asking me for. Only that is not the next thing I'll talk about. I'll talk about the money when you talk about the money, because you know yourself that you need to pay me. I don't have to come pushing for the money. So that's one thing that has really helped me, and my mentor taught me that. Yeah, so I really don't want this video to be long, but I think that mentorship is underrated, really, because a lot of people will become better if they had a mentor. I believe so strongly. I believe so strongly because our system of education, especially, does not even help us become better people. Because sometimes you get a senior high school that you're not even excited about, so when you go there, you don't even deliberately choose friends, you just go with the flow and all of that. But like I said somewhere in this video, whether or not you accept it, someone is mentoring you. You are looking up to someone. You are. If you like, do this exercise. Pause this video, or after watching this video, think about everything you do and see if you cannot trace it to someone you've listened to before, or you've heard before, or someone who's around you, or someone you see constantly. Whether or not you accept, someone is mentoring you unconsciously. And it's more like how we are as people. We just become what we spend more time with, what we do frequently, and the people. Again, this saying comes in: you are the average of 5 people you spend, the 5 people you spend the most time with. What is that? Tell me if it's not mentorship. It's guidance. You behave like them, you think like them, you do things like them. Sometimes you even talk like them. And let me say one funny thing. After some time, my mentor's wife began to say that it looks like Joyce is beginning to look like you. And it was because I had spent so much time with this man. I had spent so much time with this man, and I'm sure that he could see some of the fruits in the seeds he had sown in me, and that's why he kept on mentoring me. So he has helped me till now. A lot of decisions in my life I tell him, and what I like about my mentor is that he does not spoon feed at all. So for instance, when I ask him that, oh Daddy, please, what do you think about this decision? You go like, what do you think about it? You know, because he's come to a point where he trusts your ability, he trusts your personality, he trusts. If I tell you some of the places he sent me to, you'll be amazed. And at that time, I wasn't even, oh my dear, I wasn't even anywhere. But sometimes just the thought that this man believes me enough to send me to these group, these people, or these type of people, then there must be something in me. So I must as well just show up and assume that responsibility and give off my best. So yeah, I'm very grateful for my mentor. And tell me if you have a mentor, or if you have reservations about mentorship and a mentor, or if you have questions about mentorship. Like I said, this does not have any particular order. That's why it's all over the place. But I know that you find something in there, something valuable, and all of that good stuff. So like I promised, towards the end of this video, I'm going to read out certain stats, and I'll give you one example of mentorship in this YouTube space for you. Hold on. Okay, so I found 6. No, I found a lot. I actually wrote down 6. So these are statistics on mentorship. So the first one says that 71% of Fortune 500 companies have mentoring programs. In my next video, if I get to do a next video on this, I'll talk about what Fortune 500 companies are, right? And then statistics number 2 says that 97% of people who have mentors say they are valuable. 3, in the career space, 25% of employees who enrolled in a mentoring program had a salary grade change, and that's like an increase. 4, mentees are promoted 5 times more often than those without mentors, and this is in the career workspace, right? 5, 87% of mentors and mentees feel empowered by their mentoring relationships and have developed greater confidence. Again, the confidence point comes in. 6, 79% of millennials see mentoring as crucial to their career success. There you have it. Statistics. Now, finally, I would want to use this example. So there's this YouTuber I follow a lot who is in the UK, right? His name is Ali Abdal, and he has 2 million subscribers. Yeah, but one of his workers, okay, his assistant, I think she used to be his assistant, her name is Elizabeth Flips. She started a YouTube channel because Ali Abdal asked her to, and she was some way somehow under him as a mentee, right? And now she's almost at 100,000 subscribers. Ali got to 2 million subscribers in 4 years or so, if I'm not mistaken, but Elizabeth Flips is almost at 100,000 in some months of doing YouTube. So when you're mentored, from this one example, it shows you one benefit of being mentored. You can step on your mentor's shoulders to do better than him. Fun fact is, in one of their videos, someone asked if Ali was scared at the growth rate of Elizabeth, and he said yes, because he didn't take months, like it didn't take him months to hit the 100,000 subscriber growth on this YouTube streets. But Elizabeth Flips is not even as interesting as Ali. I mean, no offense at all, but just because she was mentored by Ali and people know that she is affiliated to Ali, she has almost 100,000 subscribers in months of doing YouTube. If that does not validate mentorship, even if we skew it down to just YouTube space, I don't know what will. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I had fun filming this video and I had a lot of things in mind to say, but let's see the reaction. And I will do a part 2 or probably a mentorship series. And like I always say on this channel, we talk about things that makes us better versions of ourselves. And so if that sounds like content that you'd be excited to be consuming every now and then, consider subscribing to the channel and hit the little bell beside the subscribe button so that you get notified every time we post a video. I love you, but God loves you more. Thank you for watching. Bye.